Hey guys, if your table looks like mine, like it's got a bad sunburn and it's time to replace the vinyl, I'm going to show you a really easy way how to do this without needing to sew. So first you're going to want to remove all the hardware. I just use my drill and I'll put all the screws and the hardware from one side of the table in a Ziploc bag. Then I'm going to flip the table over, and the last piece of hardware to remove is going to be that hinge. Then I'm going to fold the legs down and lift one side of the table up over top of the other so that way the legs can lay flat. Now you need to use a staple puller to pull out all the staples. The foam's going to be covered in plastic. Don't remove the plastic. You got to see this seam here that you see in the vinyl. You're going to want to cut right on the side of that seam so it can lay flat. So now you're going to use a pen and you're going to draw around your vinyl. If you've got this like edge here that extends past the vinyl on the top side of it, go ahead and cut that off. After you get your pattern drawn, you want to make sure you cut out about 1 inch past your pin line so you've got plenty of work room. Now you're going to want to lay the table on its side and center the vinyl as best as you can, and you're going to place one staple to hold it in place. Slide the vinyl underneath the edge that's on the ground and then lay your table upside down again. Now you're going to want to pull the vinyl tight and put one staple in the center of each of the sides. So now you want to get the table stacked back on top of itself so you can have those legs down again. And you're going to staple the ends first by pulling it tight. You're going to want to leave about 4 to 5 inches from that corner of the table so you have some room to work there. Now you've got that center staple and then a left edge staple and a right edge staple, and now you're going to want to put a staple in the middle of each of those. You're going to repeat this process until you have your staples all in a row down the edge of your vinyl. So all 4 sides are now ready for the corners. So grab the center of the corner and pull it tight. Staple each side as close as you can to the corner and then cut the excess off. Now fold one side over, pulling tight to keep the fabric in line. You're going to staple that corner in place. Pull the vinyl tight between your corner staple and your edge staple and go ahead and fill the staples in all the way on that side. To repeat that process here on the other side of the corner. Add a couple staples to the bottom edge and not just to the inside at the corners in place because it's a little bit thicker. So now to put it all back together. First you want to put the hinge on there. So use your thumbnail to find the existing holes. Put that hinge just right back exactly in the same spot that it was before. So I used one of my pointed screws to put a hole into the vinyl so then I could put my flat edge screws on there. I bought these cool luggage handles off Amazon. They were super cheap. So I'm going to use the original screw from the table, and I'm going to use the washer that came with the new handles. You're going to find that hole again with your nail and then just screw the handles in the same way that you've done everything else. For the face cradle plate, you're going to want to find the holes with your thumb and then cut a slit in them. Then I'll use my scissors to cut the hole out just like a couple millimeters wider than the wood. All you have to do here is match up the holes on the faceplate and it'll screw right in. The latches are a little tricky. I couldn't find the screw holes for the latches, and so I took the old vinyl cover, I laid it over the top to give me an idea of where they were, and then I was able to use my thumbnail and find the hole for those and get my latch hardware screwed in. And that's that. I'm pretty happy with it. Looks really good. It's a great no-sew option if you need to save some money on your table.